What is up, everybody, or anybody that stayed up late enough for the new time slot? Doesn't look like we have any viewers yet. Oh, there we go. Once again, we're back in the pit. Josh the Mosh in the pit, rolling a little more solo than normal. We got people traveling for shows, and Numero Dos will be joining us just for his segment. So yeah, let's get it started. So we're gonna, instead of bringing in like I normally do, we're just gonna jump to our first segment and reach into the shadows and bring in B Ninja himself.
I'm awake!
Yeah, and he like that extra. He's got that extra energy tonight, guys, because he got that extra 2 hours of sleep because of the late show.
Zero to keep me up and alarmed.
Yeah,
one time I gotta watch out for my sugars, but that's the point. But anyway, how's it going, Josh?
good, man, real good.
Good.
What's up, JoJo? What's up, Matthew?
What up, Matt? What's up, JoJo?
Oh, and see, that's what I was worried about, being like starting late, because then we're gonna have freaking. No, it's got like this. That's how it is. 2 fingers. Yeah.
It's been a while since
on
half of the women's tag team champ. Whatever, but you get the message. So, what's up, Julio?
What's up, Albert? What's happening?
What's good?
What's happening to everybody except Richie? Messing it up for everybody already.
Alrighty, so.
But let's just forget about that and move into your segment.
Most definitely. So,
can't let Shayna Baszler ruin it for us.
Exactly. So, since today is the final pit for Black History Month. Oh, and just a disclaimer, just because Black History Month's over doesn't mean I'm going to stop highlighting Black wrestlers throughout my WoW segments. So, just want to let you know. But hey, gotta keep the month strong for my people. So, I was going to do a legend for this Woman of the Week, but a little change of plan because of a recent discovery that just occurred. And I do want to highlight my Woman of the Week for the 25th of February. Angela Quintina Arnold, AQA.
Future legend.
That's a better term, because from what we've witnessed, particularly me, for the past 4 years that she's been in the business, she will definitely be a legend in her own making. And let's run down what she's really got in wrestling. Basically, back in 2017, this Alabama native got discovered at Booker T's fantasy camp, and she briefly was a part of a battle royal in 2017, which was won by Ivory Robin, which is Mission Pro's commissioner. Shouts to you, girl. And my first introduction to Angela was actually the inaugural Ladies Night Out shows that RLW and Title Match Network collaborated back in 2018, where she won her singles debut against Mackenzie with an S, because I've never seen Mackenzie spelled like that, but I digress. Yeah. And that victory earned Angela a spot in Reality Wrestling's Diamonds division, where throughout her tenure there, she basically merged into her initials, AQA, and had numerous amount of feuds and matches with the likes of Kylie Ray, Thunder Rosa, Alex Gracia, Roxy, and in her farewell with Promise Braxton. But one of her most notable career highlights was winning the Diamonds Division Women's Championship on 2 occasions, but her second title reign in particular came from, as you see in the bottom left, the steel cage match that she had with High End, which did Reality Wrestling some numbers, because still to this day, that is still their most watched match on YouTube, over 31 million views, and it's a damn good match. I recommend watching it, because High End and Angela put on a show for that. And it's matches like that that really got Angela branching out to different promotions, not just in Texas for Inspire Pro, New Texas Pro, Heavy Metal, but when Rise came down for Texas, she was part of an 8-woman tag, which she also teamed with the legendary Sweet Soraya Knight, and she picked up the win for that team and Kevin Harvey and Booker T surrounded Angela and Soraya and basically congratulated her on an opportunity of competing for Rise in Chicago and Shimmer Women Athletes, where she had a couple of matches down there showcasing her smoothness and stuff right there. Like you see with Allison Kay right there in the bottom and Jessica Troy in the top right there. And she even faced Kimberly at the Rise Pride and Joy event in July. So she didn't have much of a 2020, but this is the main reason why I picked her as our Woman of the Week. She is officially one of 8. Dare I say it, 8 women that got recruited during this pandemic era, and she's making her way down to Florida to be one of NXT's next brightest stars, and she joins the ranks of fellow Booker T protege Ember Moon, and as well as people of colors like Aja Smith, Katie Carter, and another signing, Cameron Brené, right there. So the Millennials starting to become real strong down in the third brand right there, and it's about to be overcrowded to the point where they're about to embrace someone that's smooth, someone that's determined, super athletic, and definitely has a positive outlook because, and you can thank Booker T for this, because knowing Angela from the first time I saw her to now, she is definitely going to have a bright-ass future. And I can't not wait to not only see her talent, her smile, but her priceless, memeable reactions that will be golden. Because you want to talk about God tier reactions, AQA's got your back with all these expressions, and it takes someone to make fun of themselves to have a good positive outlook.
Absolutely.
But when you bring expressions like this to the masses, your stardom and recognition is gonna smooth up real quickly. And because of that, AQA, Angela, we love you, girl. We wish you all the best in your new endeavors. That's why you're my Woman of the Week, girl.
Very cool, man. Yeah, she's amazing. So she's, like I said, future legend, because she does stuff. Yeah, that a lot of talent doesn't do, much less female talent. So it's gonna be good. Little shout outs, what was happening. Gorilla Press in the house. What's up?
What up?
My tocayo, ¿cómo está? He's co-worker jumping in for the first time live, so that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
One of your top fan there. I'll put that down quick. Yeah, I thought you just give you a chance for that one. What up, Berto? But yeah, AQ, she's deserving of what she got. Like I said we don't really cover WWE yet, but aren't here, but I mean, it's getting the shout out for the love of making it. You know what I mean? Like, because she Texas talent, pretty much. You know, most of her roots were in Texas. So,
and I always say it best: support your independence, because we covered this a lot down here. Because you never know where any of our local talents will end up, and as you see with Angela right here,
point, you never know.
Period. Mm-hmm.
Indie wrestling, guys. Indie wrestling, everyone. They get to see these people up and close and personal before they make it big, and then get locked away in Florida. All right, man. Well, appreciate it. Dropping knowledge like we do. So we will let you dismiss to the shadows again. We might see you again later. Who knows how this show's going to go. The time slot's throwing a lot of curveballs at us as we go, so we'll just roll with it like we do.
But hey, my ninja senses are tingling, so just give me a holla.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be different. I'm here kind of alone running, so I'm going to just jump from segment to segment. Numero Dos was going to do a segment because they're actually in Florida for the shows that we were talking about, going to support Ruben and all that. And they landed over there, and their hotel has crabby internet. We're not going to say the name of the hotel. So we're just going to run past that, and we're going to head to Japan. We haven't had an update from our Poodle Bro, so let's let him jump in. What is up, my man?
What's up? You hear me?
Yep. Here you good, man.
Awesome. Hey. Glad to find me back. I have a lot to cover, so I'm going to run right through it. So
you got plenty of time, so take your
time. Okay. So there's one number. Okay. So since last time I've been here, there was the New Beginning in Hiroshima. I would love to say that it was a great set of shows. It was super meh. it was kind of disappointing. Ibushi and Sonata had a pretty decent match. Ibushi won, which I will get to in a second. And then Okada and Evil had one of the worst matches I've seen this year.
Wow.
Okada, my boy. But yeah,
No,
it
it has to hurt
was
you to
awful,
say that,
evil,
right?
But
Like I can see the pain on your face just even having to admit Okada was part of something bad.
You have no idea. I cry. I cried a little inside because Okada is my favorite wrestler next to Kenny Omega and Heartbreak. But you know what? We have some upcoming shows, but I'm gonna get to it in a second. But first, this Friday, finally, we have the big match we've been waiting for: Jon Moxley versus Kenta. It's gonna be so good. Oh my god, it's gonna be such a great. It's gonna be New Japan Strong. And it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. I just hope that. Yep, not AEW. And I just hope that finally Kenta actually wins his belt, so we can finally see. I have not seen his belt in like a year. Like I didn't even know it still existed. Like yeah, that's how bad it's been. But yeah, so
look at
it is, and
look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, you know, hey, I'm a big Moxley fan too, but you know, hey, I gotta go main Kenta, man.
Yeah,
hey,
Kenta.
Especially Noah.
I love Mox.
It is, yeah. I do love him too. But hey, I love Noah, and Kenta is a Noah alumni, so he has to win it back. But you know,
has to. They need that belt back over there. Otherwise, it's gonna go away again. Like we're just gonna forget about it.
Yeah, and there's already some nonsense going on with the belts, which I'm gonna get to in a second as well. So at least we need one of these belts to come back to make sense, right?
Yeah.
And then the other big news at New Japan Strong is Marty Scurll. A lot of people have heard was seen backstage, and he's doing some type of thing with Rocky Romero, and yes, he is Kenta, and also it appears this might be someone long term. Now, obviously, he was one of the ones that were caught in that whole, Me Too movement of him, sleeping with a 16-year-old. There's a lot of stuff that's going on back. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted how I feel about it, to be honest. I mean, because I can separate the artist and their personal life. Obviously, I love movies. Roman Polanski, we know how he is. Salvador Dali, creepy guy. Alfred Hitchcock. So I can watch Chris Benoit matches. So I don't know how I feel about this. I know how the internet works, so this can go one of two ways because this is part of the tapings. I know. So New Japan has an unofficial podcast that's there, and they were very much against it, and they were telling their fans to write into New Japan. So I don't know how this is gonna go. We'll see how it goes. But one thing we do know is that Marty Scurll was super popular in Japan. Like he was over like Rover. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. You might show up in team, might not, but hey, that's what New Japan has currently did right now. So, what can you do?
Marty,
right?
Yeah. So, Marty Scurll, I mean, like I said, talent wise, deserving as far as in the ring, but accusations and how, the trial by social media these days, it's hard to overcome.
No, it's really hard. It's really hard to overcome, and he has friends in high places. So
he does.
Yeah. Oh,
he does. Okay. Quick question, but there's no question. There we go.
Yeah, there's a quick question. Oh, you have a quick question. You just ask the question. Anyways,
quicker to ask.
Where can I watch?
Where can they watch the New Japan Strong?
I'm glad you asked. Okay, so New Japan Strong is actually on New Japan World, which unfortunately, they have an app on Fire Stick, which is kind of shitty, but it still works pretty good. No, but what I do is I Chromecast it from my computer to my TV, and that's how I watch it. Who would you pick if you had to carry the Yushin name? Oh, well, honestly, no one's gonna carry the Yushin Liger name. Honestly, it's not like Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask is a guy who there's been like 4 different iterations of it. With Yushin Liger, there's only one Yushin Liger. It's not. Yeah. What you can say is who's the next one to carry the junior heavyweight division, and that obviously would be Hiromu Takahashi, which I'm gonna talk to him later on. Unfortunately, he got injured. Yep. But he is the de facto follower of Jushin Thunder Liger of carrying the division and making it bigger and making it main event. So, good question. Okay, I like the question.
He reiterated that if you had to, so he knows that no one can, but he was kind of like gun to your head kind of choice. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
If I had to, okay. If I had to, I would pick Sho. And the reason being, Sho is a great wrestler, no charisma whatsoever.
So,
And
yeah.
if you put a mask on him, he doesn't have to have Sho emotion. You know, he can carry on. So I would pick Sho. I would pick Sho
There you go.
to be if you have to pick Yoshinagi.
Gun to head.
But yeah,
gun to head. Yep.
Okay, yep, gun to the head. You forced me. But yeah, so following that, now we have the next upcoming shows, which is Castle Attack. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. All these Road 2 shows have not been that exciting. It's been kind of rough watching these shows. So there's not a lot of build up to these Castle Attack shows because it's night 1 and night 2. But it should be decent matches. So hopefully don't let us wrong. So night 1, we have Yoshihashi versus Tangaloa, and then Goto versus Tonga in 1-on-1 matches, which is crazy because we haven't seen these guys go 1-on-1, especially Tangaloa and Tonga in like years. So this is a good chance to see them go 1-on-1. So I'm excited for that. The next is Yano versus Chase Owens in a King of Pro Wrestling. Now, our very own Melanie actually shot the promo that Chase Owens did for saying that he wants to do a Texas rope match. Yep. But so we all know how Texas rope match works is you have to touch all 4 corners, right? Well, Yano's stipulation is you have to remove all 4 turnbuckles. So
nice. So, I dig it.
I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah.
That'll be cool.
But hey, it's unique. You know, we got a little laughs here and there. I'll enjoy it. Plus, Chase Owens is truly underrated, honestly. Like, he doesn't get enough love.
San Antonio's own.
Yeah. Hell yeah, San Antonio's own. Dude.
Now, yeah, he lives there.
It upsets me. I've yet to see Chase Owens live. I need to see Chase Owens live.
Oh, come on, man. I can help with that.
I know.
Maybe I can help with that.
I like to hear that. Yeah, right, yep.
You know people too, man.
Right, and then so then right. Then the next match would be Ishii versus Jay White. This is gonna be awesome. They've been having these crazy back and forth. I'm excited for it. I think Jay White's gonna win it, but it's Jay White versus Ishii. Get fucking hyped because that match is gonna be the best match of the night. Because the main event is gonna be Okada versus Evil, and that's. The less said, the better. Less said, the better.
Yeah.
Let's go to
Moving
night
on.
2. Let's just go to night 2.
Moving on to night 2.
So,
let's do that.
Night 2, you're gonna have Kojima and Tenzan versus Cobb and Ospreay. They're still feuding. Tenzan cannot do his chops. He's so committed to doing his chops. So Tenzan did a show, a non-New Japan show. He didn't do his chops. He'd be like, nope, I can't do it. That's how committed he is to his gimmick. And now he's talking about he wants to retire because he can't do his chops. So really, I love the guy who carried on. Yeah, I love that.
Brilliant.
It's just small things that really just carry through, right? Then next, you have God versus Yoshihashi and Goto for the tag team title. Now, if Yoshihashi and Goto wins, they're going to be a 2-belt champ because they're also the never open weight triple champions as well.
Triples.
So it'll be cool, you know.
Yeah,
2 belts on them, you know. I like that.
Yeah, the 2-belt thing is kind of a thing these days.
They might. Oh yeah. Plus, if Tama Tonga and Tangaloa lose it, who knows? They might show up in a certain location. They've been talking a lot of shit with some people in AEW. Maybe. I don't know. Sounds good. Yeah. Right. And then you have Taka. You have Then you also have Tanahashi versus Khan for never open weight title. I'm hoping Tanahashi wins because he's actually talking about. So Tanahashi is crazy. He says some crazy shit, but he says, "Don't be surprised if you see him defend his belt in a place you will not expect." The door's open. The door's like open.
Forbidden door is
kicked down and it's open. Plus, Finn Juice is in fucking Impact. I didn't talk about that. Hell yeah, the door's fucking open. Get excited. We're fucking all over the place. I'm hoping Tanahashi wins because he might show up in AEW. Because remember, he was one of the ones to send a video for Jericho's thing. So I'm so hoping. Or Okada. Oh my god. Anyways, okay. Yep. And then the co-main event was going to be Hiromu Takahashi versus ELP. Unfortunately, Hiromu Takahashi got injured. So, he tore his biceps. He's out for 6 months. So now we're gonna a 3-way dance with fucking awful, dude. And his arm, it wasn't even his neck, right? But what can you do? But he relinquished it. So now we're gonna have ELP versus Bushi versus Desperado. Now, what I fully expect is, since this is a 3-way dance, ELP will beat Bushi. ELP and Despy will go up against each other. Despy will eventually win it, hold the belt, and then we get again Despy versus Hiromu for the belt. I'm hoping. That was my favorite match last year, just so you know. It was Desperado versus Hiromu Takahashi. I think that's an awesome thing that can happen, right? And then last but not least, Ibushi versus Naito for the IC title. So, yeah. So it's after Ibushi beat Sonata, Naito came out saying because Ibushi wants to unite both belts. Naito, who hated the IC title, went ahead and said, "No, I want to make sure the IC title is not okay, good. I'm gonna make sure the IC title is not merged." So now he's talking about I want to win the belt, not defend it for 6 months, and then just retire myself. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Anyways, so they're going for IC. I don't know why he didn't just go for the heavyweight. He says he feels he doesn't deserve the heavyweight, so that's why he has the IC title. But this is one way for them to separate it, but we'll see. So that is night 2, and that is going to be on Sunday. And just for those that don't know, obviously these happens in the morning. So normally for us in Texas, it's like they start at 2 in the morning, something like that. So normally,
usually around 2.
Yeah, so normally I just stay off Facebook and just when I wake up I watch them. So, and other than that, that's all I have for this week.
Very, very cool. So I have a question that's not really related to anything you were saying, but it is. But it's your department. There was a discussion in one of the million freaking groups that we're in Facebook about what's the most protected finisher. So of course, everyone one winning angel is what everybody says because they pointed out, or someone pointed out that no one's ever kicked out of it, which I was like, but wait a second, exactly. So I was like, I need this to be official in the pit, and for you to say, I know the answer, I know that's wrong, and they argued, and I was like, listen, motherfuckers, tell them one person is kicked out, and you said his name already tonight.
DDT. It was in DDT, and it was Ibushi.
Ibushi, yep.
Only one person has ever kicked out. Yep.
Thank you.
And that's who it is. Okay. And now that we're talking about this, I just want to point out that there's so the door's open for them to start coming in, right, going back and forth.
Yep.
Ibushi and Omega have yet to have that one-on-one match. They had a triple threat or three-way dance with Cody. So you have that. But also you have Okada, who's not doing much right now.
That makes me really wonder.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see Ibushi Omega.
Tell you, the doors are open.
Yeah, I want to see Ibushi.
I want to see it too. I mean, you know what? Like their chemistry is amazing. I mean, they know each other, and honestly, I know like their personal lives are kind of like messed up right now because of what happened. But I just want to see them again. Like they're two great guys. So, but one guy has already kicked out the one winged angel, and that is Ibushi.
Thank you very much. Like I said, and it wasn't about like, and I was like, that still makes it the most protected finisher because like everyone, all the other ones everyone was saying was like everybody kicks out of those. Like everyone's kicked out of those. So
at least one time, yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's crazy.
Even, they're saying like Tombstone. I'm like, that happens multiple times in a match. Like that's happened.
Yeah, we talking about against Shawn Michaels, he kicked out of it.
I know. I was like, Shawn Michaels kicked out of it. I was there. I seen it.
Oh, I'm so jealous. But what's even more surprising though, like, so not only is he the most protected, but we're talking about he's wrestled in Ring of Honor and PWG and obviously AEW, DDT, New Japan.
Everywhere.
He's like, and he's always protected. It's just crazy.
Yep. It's crazy.
You know?
Cool. All right, man. Well, appreciate you. Oh, he's pointing out.
Of course.
I guess it depends on who does it. Because he's saying not genocide's Tombstone. Okay. But that happened at the last submission too, I think. But okay. Don't want to argue with you, brother. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you. I'll let you get to it, man. Thank you for dropping all that knowledge and backing me up on my argument that I had 12 hours ago.
Anytime you need someone in Japan, man. Where's the Noah? Where's the Stardom? Hey, I got you, brother. That's why I'm Pura, bro.
That's why you're here. Yep. All right, brother. Be safe.
Yeah, man. Most definitely.
Very cool. Like I said, I had that little. There was a discussion someone posted. I don't even know what group it was because I'm in so many. But I was like, someone has kicked out of that, so that's not true. And so now we had talked a little bit about AEW, and I don't know if she's able to connect. She's having technical difficulties, but let's just give it a shot. I don't know if it's going to bring her in or not. It looks like she froze just when I was clicking on her. Our AEW expert is having technical difficulties and buffering, and now I see her moving, and she's there. What is happening? You got to go run up top of a hill and.
You know what? I am just always busy. So now you guys get to catch me in front of my house at the door, coming home from baseball practice. Not my baseball. I don't exercise like that. My son's
yeah, me neither. Those days have long gone. Oh,
yeah.
Gorilla Press telling you hi. Well, I guess he's in his it's Rob, but yeah, we know who he is. We know who that be. That's the man.
Oh my God. Can we talk about AEW real quick? Can we talk about how much I loved watching Maddie get beat down by Britt Baker. Beat down.
No, we can't talk about that. We can move on to the topic.
Everybody wants to talk about it. That's all I want to talk about. Watching her get beat down and had her face painted on. Good job, Dr. DMD.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like I don't want to talk about that. They jumped. She had to jump her.
Like the champ she is. She took it like the champ she is.
She got jumped off the bat because of course the playing field wasn't level to start with, and then plus it's 2-on-1. I mean, no.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen in PBW. That wouldn't happen in PBW. She'd get a fair shot, and the match would be totally different.
You know what? Considering that she also wants the men's title, we'll see how fair things stay. That got a lot of rub. You know what? And since it's funny that you say that, since you say that, let's bring in someone else. Since you said the men's champ. Oh my God!
And
I hear about somebody wanting my title.
Yeah, it's funny how that just came up, and then here you are.
Yeah.
So
wow.
My ears burning, and usually when your ears start burning, it means someone's probably talking about you. I'm glad y'all were talking about me in a good way, though. But
I
hear somebody not doing it so well, and that was women's champion. Can we talk about that, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your women's champion who is out of control. I am telling you, I've said it before. I've said it again. Out of control.
I'm just gonna say she's not my women's champion. I mean, she's PPW women's champion, but at the end of the day, she is a champion. So I'll respect her as such, but I'll treat her like every other champion, and I'll let her know have a shot anytime, any place, anywhere. But she will be looking at me from the flat of her back afterwards.
Staring at the lights, huh?
Oh, shots fired. I love it.
Stay hydrated, people.
I agree. Same. Stay hydrated.
There you go.
Nah.
Well, we'll drink to that.
I can come after it. The champ is here. I'm here to help PPW in any way possible. I'm ready to grow a company. I'm ready to help lead a company. And I think you've got, with all jokes aside, I think you've got two top talents to help you do that. So
I obviously agree.
What's that?
I agree 100%, of course.
She's taking off.
I agree with half of it.
Well, you can't deny that she's good. She has her tactics. She has her own way of getting into things, but you can't deny the fact that Maddie is good. I'll give her that.
All right, you said it. I didn't.
Tell you what, you keep taking those awesome pictures of me out while I'm out there, and we'll forget this conversation about her.
All right.
It'll be all good. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be really interesting again when we have y'all both in the building on May 8th. Because both champs will be there defending their titles, because that's how PPW does.
Yeah.
I have to, address the crowd about this situation and just take it from there. But I can't. First off, the post that was posted about her stealing my title before I had even won it. Let's be real here. Like, that's a brand new title. Your hand shouldn't be on it yet. Only the first champ. You took that away from me, Maddie, and now we got beef.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, and obviously she doesn't care about that because she did not hesitate and was mad when we took it away from her. Like we had to.
She had taken it like that either. Like I came through the curtain expecting to see it just, sitting out in the state or on the ring post or something with the announcer, and I had no idea she had taken it. So
we had to fight it up to get it away from her. Even I had to do that. So yeah,
you did because you see what I did to the other two guys in the ring just to get it. Imagine what I would have done to Maddie, and she's a champion, so I got to treat her like a champion. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, that's all.
I mean, and your title isn't a men's champion; you're the PPW champion. Like, there's not a gender classification. Like, you're the champion of PPW. So
seems got it a long time
and take on all comers, right?
Anybody and everybody. I mean, just last week I wrestled. No way, was it the week before? Last week before? I don't know. Here recently I wrestled Mecha Wolf. I got the W there. I've wrestled ACH and gotten the W. I've wrestled a lot of names now here lately. I've wrestled Matt Cross a couple weeks ago and got the W as well. So I'm just going to say, any challengers that want to come to PPW and try and take my beauty away from me, I've beaten better competition. I promise you that.
Oh, wow!
Definitely noted. I'm almost tempted to maybe even tease some things that might be coming, but
I mean,
because there's been
for me to tease and I'll tease it.
We can tease a little because you kind of mentioned, and his name has came up a couple of weeks ago about who would be a good challenger for you, and it was kind of funny because his name was mentioned in here, and I think he might be the next challenger for you at a PPW show. I mean, we're not going to officially announce anything, but there's a pretty well-known trainer in the business that's trained a lot of people. In Texas, in closer to your area, yeah.
Certain trainer that's training.
And we just had a segment about New Japan. He's meddled a little there.
Oh.
So yeah.
Something maybe around, maybe like a 50 caliber bullet size or something like that.
About 50 cal. Just saying. Maybe we could. I think that's enough tease. But
bullet. I mean, that usually takes arms and limbs off. So
yeah. And if that's what maybe might be coming on May 8th for the champ.
I might have wrote a check my ass can't cash, but I'm gonna go down swinging. I promise you that.
You're gonna be the champ, fight like a champ
all day, every day. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's going to take an act of Congress to get this championship out of my no little Twitter conversations, no little I'm going to come get this and do that. You're going to have to get in that squared circle in my area, my stage, my kingdom, and you're going to have to show me that you can pin my back flat to the mat for 3 seconds. If you do so, I will graciously give you my championship. But until then, it stays around my waist or in this conversation.
Absolutely.
Or awesome. On social media in his bed for some reason. I'm not gonna.
I can't think of anyone better to have in my bed right now other than my girlfriend than the championship. I mean, no one was here to keep me warm, so I had to do what I got to do, and
And he did the damn thing. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, champ. Well, appreciate you jumping in. Appreciate you teasing. You're welcome, of course, anytime. This is our show. So.
Thank y'all so much, and y'all stay safe out there, and we'll see you in a few weeks, I think, right?
Yeah.
Months, but we'll see you around. May 8th.
That next day?
May 8th. What? Charlie's birthday brawl. May 8th.
Yeah, May 8th.
Charlie's birthday. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have some surprises.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Appreciate you, man.
PPW out.
See you.
Bye.
Well, Mel, sorry. Kind of went over your segment there with the champ coming in. Sorry.
I mean, what more could you want? I mean, you know what? We're leading up to Revolution anyway. That's going to be the big show, Revolution, coming up on Sunday. I mean, what more do you need to know about AEW? Revolution this Sunday. You got
the finals of the women's tournament happening is going to be in the pre-show on YouTube, Bleacher Report. Y'all guys go check that out. I mean, that's all you need to know. Go check out AEW. Go check out Dynamite. They had an awesome show. Ray Phoenix, Lance Archer killed it, tore down the house. That was, I mean, come on. Come on, what you come on.
What else you got to do? Well, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, like I said, sorry we took up your segment. PPW, that's how we do things, kind of. Sorry, we do what we want when we want. And so the champ kind of took
always got time for the champ.
Awesome. All right, Mel, well, be safe.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you never know who's going to jump in the pit. But we do know who's jumping in the pit now is our main guest. It's a few minutes late. He's been there waiting patiently in the background, making faces. But let me go ahead and introduce our guest tonight, Mr. One and Only Scott Bruce. What is up, my brother?
What's up, man? Hey, the beard looks amazing tonight.
Hey, bro, I trimmed it up just for you, man. I trimmed it up just for you. I got it all nice and clean.
Ooh, besitos.
Yep, just for you.
Oh, love it.
So how's it going, man?
It's going good. Tired, but I'm here.
Super cool, man. Appreciate the patience. So, we kind of went a little over a little bit, but yeah, what we do, you're our talent this week. We've had, usually wrestlers, promoters, managers, and, so here we are. So we wanted to see, I touched on the post. I mean, you have your own promotion. You help with multiple promotions. You've been in the business or around the business. How long now?
My dad was actually a chiropractor for the WWE for WCW. I was about 96. I was about 10, 11.
Yeah, like 25 years.
And that's when I first met Booker T. Was around about 97. I met Booker.
Yep. So I knew this would lead to that phrase, so we're going perfect. So
yeah.
Let's roll it.
So that's where that friendship blossomed, and it's still there, still going strong. And just been in the business since then. And I've been like you said earlier, I've worn many hats in the business.
Yep. And like I said, and people, you just saw some of his work with our impromptu guest that popped in unexpectedly. That belt was made by you and your partner, the PPW Championship, long time ago.
Yeah, it took forever to finally put it on somebody. I mean, Maddie's had her belt going on almost a year now, right?
Yeah, 6, for a while, yeah. So, yeah, we finally got the belts. I had them here in my house for a while. You had them for a while, then I had them for a while. Just wanted to put them on somebody. Then COVID came and messed it up. But yeah, how did you? So yeah, your dad was chiropractor, so that got you around the business. You've met, grew with, talents that you knew then. But then, so I mean, like when is enough going to be enough? Like, what made you even want to do? Like, you know what? I'm going to get into making belts too, not only running my promotion and helping other promotions, and this and I'm going to do belts too. Like, what started that? Because I mean,
I guess in this business that I have a saying that timing is everything, and sometimes accidents are the best timing.
Yep.
And so what happened was I was trying to find a Diamonds division, not Diamonds, Divas belt for my daughter. And there's a lot of belt groups where they sell replicas. And I wound up meeting somebody in that group, and that was Tony Sanchez. And Tony had he had been making belts that he saw in like Lucha Underground and Impact. So it turned into the idea of, well, let's see what you can make for me. And the first belt he made for me was the Vixens title. And then he made me the junior heavyweight title. And so, forgive me. After a while, you want to start learning how to do it yourself. So, take the hour drive to Conroe, go to his place, and there we are in his garage with this beat up, trashed up CNC cutter that, I mean, literally was just like, how I still have all my fingers on this hand and on this hand, how he still has them all, I don't know, because there's times we had to hold this machine in place because it was so rickety and so destroyed. And he bought it at a junkyard. And so Tony became a partner in RWR, and he had no clue what independent wrestling was. He had never been to a show, and here he had this beautiful Gift of the Gods belt that he had made. And I said, you want to get it signed by some of those guys? He's like, oh man, I'd love to, but I can't go to California. I said, Muertes is going to be in town. You want to get it signed? He's like, like an autograph signing? Something like that. So next thing you know, we're at a lucha show with Lucha Empire, and it went from there, man. He got it signed by Mil Muertes, and then he got a mask from Phoenix and got it signed, and Pentagon, and then it was hey, Booker T does shows too. No, he doesn't. No, he does. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
a little bit.
Yeah, Booker had this TV title that I was like, maybe we could do something. And knowing that we didn't understand the process of making titles at that time, we didn't understand the difference between stacking and etching all the way. So the first TV belt we made, I think, weighed like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And it was huge.
Yeah.
And so we said, okay, we'll take it back and remake it. So we took it back and we started watching like Dave Milliken do stuff and other makers. They would do it like pictures and see to understand what it was. And, a lot of the champions over there would really start showing us. And we got to really look at Booker T's heavyweight title that he had and his Texas title and started understanding the difference. So from there, it turned into, okay, we can do this. And then the TV title he has now, that's how that happened. And then the Diamonds title. And then Hurricane Pro got a title from us. Dang, who else? A company in Mississippi got some.
Mission Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, Missions Pro was fun. That was because it was, doing something for two people who are family, Mel and Brian. And that was funny because when I contacted Mel to come in, I knew Thunder Rosa, who she was.
Sure.
Mel was real cool with everything. She gave me, she came in, and Brian out of nowhere hit me up. And he was like, "You're from Houston?" "Yeah." "Well, what part?" I was like, "Oh, this area." He goes, "Man, I used to live out there and I used to go to school here." "Hey, I went to school there." And that friendship blossomed, and since that day, me and Brian and Mel have been family, and I would I'd do anything for him. That's why when
absolutely
they approached me for a belt, it was how much? Why are you asking how much?
Yeah,
nothing. Here,
yeah.
Take it. What do you want? Name it. And
it's a beautiful belt.
Yeah, and it was fun to make because I took that logo that was theirs that symbolizes Mission, and I got to create something out of that. Yeah. And that's the one thing I love, art. So when I can put it on paper, put it on the computer, and then I can start seeing it take shape and little by little, step by step, I see it as something. So if you want to sponsor them, hit me up on Facebook. It's Scott Bruce. We can work on that, man. I've actually been talking to them about some tag belts.
That's Gorilla Press, by the way. Yeah, he
Gorilla Press.
He ain't joking. I'm just saying.
Cool.
Go ahead. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey, if you're down for a Gorilla Press belt, man, I'll hook you up with that. I got no problem either, man.
That's what he wants, though, and he even called me because he's seen I teased the Mas Chingon.
Oh yeah, you gotta come to me for that one, brother. You gotta come to me. I made that one. That one was a lot of fun too, bro. Yeah. That one was cool. I remember talking to you and giving the idea of the name because you like I need a mid card, like call it the Mas Chingon belt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was about to say. Is like I don't know, but he helped me name it. Like he's the one that came up with the majority of it. Yeah, and then I just tweaked it.
Well, I mean, we came up with how
you came up with
how to. Yeah, we came up how to do it. You came up with an idea, and I remember you're like, "Man, we need something crazy," and you're like, "I wish you could do the fist," and I'm like, "I can do the fist."
Yeah,
and that's how that title was awesome to make too. It's a crazy shape,
and like how big? It's gonna be big. It's like make it bigger.
Yeah. Well, big. I never told you, your heavyweight, your PPW title, and your women's title. The way we got that idea for that design on the background with the logos breaking out, it's a funny story. I haven't told nobody, but I'll say it here because it's your titles.
Sure.
We were actually going to Walmart in Conroe. We saw someone had broken into somebody's car and saw the window all messed up. We're like, that would look cool. We can replicate that.
So
and
you called me during that process, and you're like, I got an idea for, because we couldn't figure out how we wanted to do the background. Was it like that day that you went to Walmart?
I was in the parking lot staring at the window when I called you.
That's hilarious. I remember that day exactly, because we were just like, because all these things don't just happen in 1 minute to the next. Like, for letting everybody know, like, it's a process. Like,
yeah, and I'm very into talking with you. If I have an idea, I'll come into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, because I couldn't think of an idea, and we had done something similar for the Ladies Night Out title held by Eva Lise right now,
yep.
But it wasn't the same. And I remember seeing that, like, I need to call Josh real quick. I got an idea. This may look pretty cool. Let's figure this shit out, And there it was. And those belts came out. Those were a fun time to make those.
Yeah. We got comments pumping up. Oh, here we go. What was the most challenging belt that you've made so far?
Challenging.
Most challenging. I'm sure they're all kind of challenged, right?
Yeah, the Vixens for RWR for me, because I had 2 titles and I had to take something from each one, and I had to, how am I going to blend this? How am I going to do that? And it just came into that idea.
Yeah,
and I think
beautiful. I remember when you were working on it and you were showing me. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I went through about 4 different plates. I think that was about $800 because I couldn't get anything I liked. And finally, I was going to give up on it. Just say, you know what, this is a newer one. You keep it. And then I looked at like 3 designs that I had put out there, and I was like, let me try to see what I can get from here and here. And finally just said, if this stencil doesn't work, screw it. I'm going to give up, and started cutting it. And at first I didn't like it. I was not happy with the idea how it was going to look. And then once I dipped it in the nickel, and then I gold plated it, when I had the swab going, and poor Tony was like, bro, just calm down. It's going to come out good. I'm like, man, just leave me alone, dude. Come on. I don't want to talk.
I need my moment.
So I'm going over it more and more with gold, to make it actually have that shine. And at first I was going to etch it. And then I was like, yeah, let me do this. Let me do that. And next thing you know, I when I got it done, I just sat there looking at it, and I was like, okay, that's the vision that's finally come to life. And it was amazing. One that I'm doing right now for a company in Maryland. His titles are, his woman's belt. We actually took the etching process where the outline is, and we put what I guess they call like a Sunday hat. If you watch the Kentucky Derby, the big hats women wear.
Yeah.
We actually took that, so the line work we put in there, it goes up, and it starts the bottom portion on one side, and then it comes up again and starts the top portion. So we've gotten a lot more creative with what we're doing, and I'm just going to put it out there. Somebody's been needing tag belts and talking about it and said sometime this year. And
I was about to say, I know somebody too. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Just waiting for that idea to come up,
It's coming, and we're working on it. We're ready. We're about ready. We get about another 2 months or so. I think we might be ready to start that.
I mean, I'm going to start doing
I like the idea of a tag tournament in the summer. Like, I think that's a good time for a tag tournament to crown champions. I think summer's good for that.
I know 2 guys who would be down for it, man. And they're part of a group that I'm a part of called The Forsaken. I'm just saying, Tommy Bolton and Vinny Zuko. Just throwing it out there. The Forsaken would love to come to PPW and take tag belts, especially that I made. It'd be even cooler because they get to come back to me.
Summer seems good. I like summer. I like summertime tournaments. I don't know what it is about summertime tournaments. I think they'd be good.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah. So we'll stay.
They are good.
We'll stay tuned to that.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till you see my new heavyweight.
Speaking of things coming up, though, Cruz Brothers. We've talked a lot about the belt making, but let's talk about your promotion, who has a big show, Rise of the Vixens. Is it still going to be a 2-day Did you take it down to one? Is it going to be 3 days? Is it 2 weeks? Like you have so much, it's like hard to keep up.
Well,
How long?
it's gonna be one day.
Okay.
And the card right now that we have is I'm keeping something secret on there still. Everybody knows a little by little.
Of course you
are. But there's one secret that I have on there. But I will say it's somebody that you see on TV on a very regular basis.
Real quick, y'all know how I put over Guerrilla Press and how when they hint stuff and joke stuff and whatever, when Scott says something, yeah, it's probably bigger than you think. Like he's possibly underselling it.
I remember telling you about Rise of the Vixens 1 and the original one, saying it's going to be huge and how much it meant to me. And I think you're the one that told me. I think it was around June of 2020. You're like, people still talk about this. I still hear about Rise of the Vixens, and it's all the way down here where I'm at in Kingsville.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Brian just popped in. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, I guess we talked about him enough that his ears were burning. He dropped.
I think Drago gave him a hint.
Probably. Yeah, Drago's like kind of like Timmy's in the well. What? No, it's like what? They're talking about me in the pit.
Yeah, but my Rise of the Vixens 2 is gonna be. I gotta go bigger, man. I have to, and so I'm excited. I really am excited for it. Yeah. I mean, I know PPWs has a presence on that event, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. I mean, I'll say it right. I'll spoil that part if anybody wants to. Maddie's gonna defend the PPW title at Rise of the Vixens.
If she's still a champ, yeah. If she's able to.
If she's still champ, I mean, who's she going up against next?
Vixen.
Ooh, when is that one?
May 8th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The PPW women's title will be defended at Rise of Vixens.
Yeah, it's either going to be Maddie or Vert is going to
because you're still right after that. If I'm not mistaken, I was about to let's drop the date too, just for everybody that doesn't know.
The show is actually May 20th. I'm actually giving you like insider information. I haven't even dropped it on my own page or nothing yet.
We haven't officially been announced May 8th yet, but here we are talking about it for an hour.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna
matches. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drop the logo tomorrow now and everything. And I got a show coming up on the 19th of March, man. They're gonna be like, hang on, screw the 19th. You want to know? But I will say one thing. If you do want to know, it's 3 special guests. And there could be a 4th. But I don't know. But these 3 that I have right now, you want to know who they are. So if you want to know who the guests are before anybody else, and you're in Houston or you want to take a drive, March 19th, RWR Reloaded.
There we go.
I'm going to drop everything for Rise of the Vixens too.
Boom.
But I'll tell you the date. May 22nd is going to be in Houston. Just be ready. But know this, we're going to drop the main event. I think. Possibly. Maybe.
Cool.
Seeing how it goes. But I can promise you one thing. Rachel Rose will, if she still has that title, because I don't know who her opponent coming up is on the 19th. I know she gave an open challenge.
Houston, Guerrilla Press.
Huh?
They're asking where the 19th. I was like, it's Houston.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
And if she's still champ, I'm pretty sure it's going to be her and Amber Rodriguez, because Amber is technically the number 1 contender. Amber just hasn't made the challenge yet, and until she makes a challenge, Rachel has no opponent. So if Amber makes a challenge, then it's locked in. If not, then I gotta find someone for Rachel Rose. But when I say 3 guests, I have 3 major guests, and I'll tell you about it off air.
Yeah, I think you've kind of hinted, but I mean, I already know what level it is without you even saying the names because I know you.
I try.
Yeah, so guys, March 19th in Houston. May 22nd will be the follow-up show, which will be even bigger. Like every show just gets bigger and bigger. I mean, that's how proper promotion should run. In my opinion.
I try.
I'm gonna try too, man. I'm trying. I try to follow y'all's lead, like Brian's lead, your lead. Yeah, I'm trying to just be what y'all got going. You know what I mean? I'm just a little PPW here in a little small town in South Texas.
Man, to be honest, man, 2019 RWR was almost dead. It's going to be 2 years that one of the original owners, it was myself, Jaime Martinez, Jimmy Nova, and James Moore. James passed away, and it was gonna be we were getting ready to do a show, and I lost all heart for it, and I had lost every bit of my heart. We started running shows again, and I just didn't have the heart to want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started noticing, you know, just the great friends that I have in the business, and you know, and Insidious, Izzy,
yeah.
You, Brian, Roxy, you know, Rachel Rose,
yeah,
you know, Miranda Alizé, you know,
like the drink.
Friends that I can lean on, and you know, Alejandro the Lion, Lou Gotti. I can keep naming these names, but it was honestly just an amazing thing for them to have our back. And when we did Rise of the Vixens, it was a battle for me to get that event to happen. And when I finally got it, it was the happiest day of my life because it was there. Like I said, I love art. I saw this creation come to finally being made and seeing it there, and that it was a success was even a bigger thing. I mean, when I say we busted our asses, I mean I don't think anyone busted their asses harder than Jaime did, who now helps with Loco Wrestling.
Yeah.
But I mean Jaime, I mean you talk about a guy that was up at 5 a.m. putting out flyers and posters and going to flea markets and anywhere he could find people around and handing out flyers. That dude's a machine, bro. He understands that grind. Yeah. And that's why Loco, and Loco's such a success, you know, and I was happy to be a part of it. I was happy to help them out and do the bits that I was doing, you know, and I was happy they let our titles come in there and, you know, with the Vixens and be defended.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun, man, you know, but you know, RWR is done for the memory of our partner, and it had to come back.
Had to, bro.
And you know, Rise of Vixens, I can't let that go. That's my baby.
Yep.
So I'm gonna bring that back 100%, and it's gonna be huge, man. So be ready. If you want to know who's coming, March 19th, be there. If not, then you're gonna wait a little bit longer because tickets are going to go on sale for that event at that show. They will be on sale March 19th. You can get your tickets, and you will see all the special guests we have, everything that's waiting for you, everything lined up. Yeah, and when I say fire, dude, this is one of them forest fires in California that just don't stop.
It's exciting. Like I said, like y'all know how I say, and when he says stuff, yeah, he's underselling it. So just saying.
Kind of. Possibly. You know, but
here's a good point there that Brian just made. PPW and RWR both have been defended at Mission Pro shows. Successfully, by the way.
Yeah,
I defended.
I'll never forget when that phone call happened, man. I was at Row, and I remember Brian calls me and goes, "Hey, so we got a problem. What's up?" And he's like, "Well, Mel's gonna focus on the fight," and I'm like, "Oh, cool. What's the problem with that?" He goes, "She can't defend the title right now because she's going to be working on the fight for a while."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, crud." He's like, "So we're going to have the RWR Vixens title defended in the main event, the first Mission Pro." And that was like...
That's what Brian does, man.
Yeah.
It's like he calls you like asking if it's going to be all right with this like amazing, awesome idea. You're like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, first match, second match. We're gonna find two people to go for it. You know, don't worry, we got you covered, man. We got you covered.
That's right, man.
Next thing I know, I'm literally sitting there, and all of a sudden, I see it on the page, the Vixens title defended in the main event, and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't expect that one, but let's go, let's do this.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And it was incredible, man, to see that title defended that night, and then to see Roxy win it. You know, I think she was only 17, and that was a big thing. You know,
she was still 17.
Yep. Yeah, and Roxy has been a pivotal part in the Vixens division for RWR. Absolutely. You know, she has been one of the main pillars of it. Rachel Rose has, and that's... I'll put Rachel Rose. RWR is her company. She does what she wants. It's hers. You know, she's the boss. You know, I do as I'm told. You know,
you've been the You've been the
knee? I'll admit it. Yeah, me and Jacob King both, and we all bend the knee because I mean she has been she's an incredible champion. She puts everything out there on the events. She's always hyping it up, you know, and she is right now. I mean she's like one of the most loved people we have in that promotion, and
been at Mission Pro shows almost every single one too, I believe. I think every Mission Pro show.
Yeah, she's one of the ones you just love to hate.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've been the knee. I strongly hashtag will never bend the knee, is what I've done.
That's what you say now,
and I still have yet to. And technically, I would have possibly lost the bet that I made with Dr. Stinson, but it was for Chavo Guerrero, and there was a different opponent. So she did win, but she didn't beat Chavo Guerrero, so I still did not bend the knee. Just saying, but we'll see. We'll see.
One day you will.
I mean, Brian used to be on my side, but he had to bend the knee. I still haven't. So
I saw pictures of that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that was not a clone. That was not an impersonator. That was 100% Brian Cervantes bending the knee to Rachel Rose.
Yep, it was.
I mean, recently, man, on Twitter, I got some heat.
Yeah.
Joe Alonso.
Oh, because.
Yeah, Joe Alonso he's talked a lot of shit, and he's going against Jenna Lynn coming up. So
that's a big thing too.
Hey, hashtag Team Jenna.
Brian, responding. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. It was facts.
He was there. He was there. He saw it. It's not fake news.
I was there, brother. Sorry.
Yeah.
There.
You gonna be at the next Mission Pro on the 20th?
I will not be. Sadly, I won't be at RWR show either because that's my anniversary weekend and my engagement photo shoot weekend that my fiance set because that's our anniversary. So,
see, when I go to Mission Pro, you don't go.
Yeah, well, at least one of us is always there.
Yeah, at least one's gonna be there because I'm taking Super Oprah Queen Amanada up there that day. I'm actually taking them from Houston up there on the 20th.
Nice.
So
from the 19th, we got your show. We got the 20th. We got Mission Pro. 26th, we got GCWA down here with their show, and then May we got mine, and 8th we got you on the 22nd. Like, there's things coming, man. This COVID thing's finally getting us to maybe we can have some shows on a more regular basis.
Are you gonna miss your show on the 8th for an anniversary or for a special occasion?
Hopefully not. I mean, it's my son's birthday, but I mean, the show is called Charlie's Birthday Brawl, so I think we're gonna.
So that's how we get you to come to events. Okay, now I figured this out. Okay, we got to do something
about me.
So, I'm gonna do one and call it RW Represents in the Pit.
There you go. That if you want to, that's how you get it done.
And I guarantee you'll show up. You'll be there all happy. Hey man, what's up? Man, my girl's giving birth to our second child. I had to be here, bro. It's called In the Pit. It's for me. Wife blowing up the phone, mad as hell. Where the hell are you? Babe, I'm at In the Pit. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
That's how we get that.
That's true. I can't argue. Awesome, man. Well, speaking of In the Pit, yeah, we've got our time done. This has been a great time. I love talking to you. We talk. I mean, this is like a regular. I was worried about not having my co-host for an interview, but I was like, this is Scott. We talk on the phone for an hour just because. So doing the 30
unless it's Taco Tuesday.
Unless Taco Tuesday, or if I'm making carnitas, yeah, then it gets a little sketchy.
Well, today's Torta Thursday for me, so I mean, I had my torta early, so
Awesome. But yeah, man. So we're gonna wrap it up. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for jumping in.
Man.
Everybody, let them know where they can find you. I mean, Scott Bruce for the replicas, but do you have RWR?
You can go into Facebook, Renegade Wrestling Revolution. It comes up. Go into Twitter and Instagram, RWR Houston, RWR Houston Wrestling. It all comes up there. You can find me in Facebook, Scott Bruce, Instagram, Scott 91184. My birthday. Yes, I'm old.
Sorry.
Huh?
Brian.
To Josh's anniversary party. Yes. So we know he'll be there. Now he'll be there all proud of himself.
Oh, y'all killing me.
The empty promise for me was that I was promised you were gonna be there. Now that's my empty promise. You're not gonna be there.
Hey, just in spirit, because PPW is sponsoring still, but yeah, I'll just be there in spirit. But yeah. Your social media. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Everybody. Yeah, you can look me up under Facebook, Scott Bruce. I pop up.
Brutalia Design doesn't have a page, right? Like that's just y'all.
Brutalia has a page, yeah.
Yes, also for belt design.
Yeah, we don't put nothing on there. We just
I was gonna say I've never even seen it. I just saw you, but yeah. I didn't know what everybody.
Yeah, just come to me. It's the same thing, you know. You go to the page, come to me. It works.
Cool.
I'm there, you know. So
Beautiful.
yeah. All right, yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for
dude, thank you.
Finally joining us in the pit. I know you've wanted to come in, and I've been trying to get you in, but it's always 10 other things happening. So we finally made it happen.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro.
First ever episode at 9:00. So this is the debut of the time slot. You're our first guest at this one. So thank you very much.
Oh heck yeah, man. All right, brother. Thanks, man. Love you, bro.
Love you, man. Be safe.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro. Bye.
Bye. Got another one in the books. I pulled it off. I was worried about doing it by myself, but luckily surrounded by family and friends, it makes it easy. So appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. New time still, or this time. It's not going to be a new time. It's this time, 9:00. Thursday nights in the pit. We'll have Danny Chance talking about his school, New Breed School, RGV Wrestling, and much, much more. Y'all be safe. Wait, got to do my... I see I'm all flustered and not knowing what to do. See ya.